Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Erin from Florinella.com and I'm a clinical herbalist. Today I'm going to show you how to make a basic elderberry syrup. This is a classic herbal remedy that most people, even if they aren't familiar with herbalism, still have had some exposure to elderberry syrup. I'm going to show you how to make a really basic version of this, and then you can customize it and mix in the different herbs and spices that you like based on what you want your finished syrup to taste like and based on what you have on hand. The first thing you're going to need is 2 cups of pure filtered water and then 1 cup of dried elderberries. John and I grew these elderberries in our garden and dried them a couple of months ago, and I'm going to use these. So you're going to need 1 cup of these. So you want to add those to your saucepan. If you want to keep your recipe really basic, you don't need to add anything else in. I'm going to add just about a teaspoon of dried ginger root that has been chopped and about a ½ teaspoon of ground cinnamon powder. Give that a little stir. Then you're going to bring this up to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, cover, and let it simmer down until you have only about a cup of liquid left. You want to reduce the liquid that you started with by about half. So we started with 2 cups of water in our pot. We want to simmer that down to about 1 cup of liquid, and that will help concentrate this and get it ready for the next step. After your liquid has reduced by half, you can take it off of the heat and strain it through a fine mesh sieve like this one. Once you've strained it and gotten all of the liquid out, you'll want to measure how much liquid is left, because that will tell you how much sugar you're going to need for the next step. You want to use a spoon or a spatula to squeeze some of the excess liquid out of your elderberries, because as you can see, you can get quite a bit more just by doing that. We have about 3/4 of a cup of decoction, which tells me that I'm going to need 1½ cups of sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and add this liquid back into my pot with 1½ cups of pure, unrefined, organic, unbleached sugar, and then we're going to bring that up to simmer. Using a 1:2 ratio with 1 part decoction and 2 parts sugar will ensure that this finished syrup will be shelf stable. A lot of people like to use honey in their syrups, but most people don't use enough honey to keep their syrup shelf stable. And I want this to be able to last, not be something that I have to use up within a week or so and keep in the fridge. So I'm going to use sugar as my preservative, and I'm going to bring this up to a simmer and stir it continuously for about 5 minutes until it starts to leave a thick coating on the spoon. That's how I know it'll be done. I hope you'll give this elderberry syrup a try, and I'll see you in the next video.